There is Casablanca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a Manitou. I'll have more space obviously once I start putting stuff on the benches, get all these propagators moved. I've got a couple of more buckets there. They were my spears. I'll get them emptied. That'll make more space. I'll get rid of that basket and the 2 propagators under there. And once again, I'm back to having this, where I've got the 6X and the seed modular compost. I normally put a big tub there, and sometimes I'll put a wire mesh around it, and I'll have a cucumber or whatever. So you all right, everyone? Cold morning this morning here in Gateshead. I'm unsure of the date, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe the 17th, the 18th. It's Monday anyway. A lot of you will know that I had been ill. I had a procedure done last Tuesday, so I am starting to feel a heck of a lot better. So I've came down the allotment. These are me giant onions. So I had picked 3, which I was keeping for the challenge. You'll see on heat. You know, they're a bit weather beaten, I think, from the cold. There's a ELC on heat, and the 3rd ELC on heat. Now I have got John Soulsby onions here. I've got more ELC on heat. I've got more John Soulsby. I believe there's a Kelsey. They have nothing to do with Pete's challenge. But, oops, I'm knocking everything out pieces at the moment. As I say, they've gotten out today with a challenge. But I'm here today because I'm going to do my first earlies. Casablanca from Jameson Brothers. Now, all I'm going to do, I'm going to use my old compost from last year. I'll put some bloodfish and bone in, some super phosphate. I'll probably put a bit of perlite in, give it a good mix. That should be enough. If not, I've got bone meal I can put in, I've got charge I can put in, but for now, I'm just going to put them 2 in, plus just a bit of perlite. So I'm going to make a start, and I'll let you see as I go on, because obviously it's pointless me emptying a bucket into the wheelbarrow, mixing it up, adding stuff, putting it back in a bucket, putting potatoes, all the way through this video. So I'll just show you bits and pieces as and when I go. But first order of the day is me drinking chocolate. It's made, it's in the shed. I'm going to go and have a drink. Right. Unfortunately, I did record planting the first 3 Casablanca, for whatever reason, it didn't actually record. But I've also had a chance to check the date, and it's the 17th of March. So I can write on here now. I'll just put Cas, then 17 of the 3rd, 25. So there's the first one done with 3 Casablanca in the tub. As I said, it's just old spent compost. So I'm going to tip it out. And as you can see, Steve Digwell, 31st of the 8th, 24. It's what I used for last year. Up. Manitou. That's good. Right. I'll put my gloves on. Mix all this up. Add some bloodfish and bone. And also some super phosphate and a bit of perlite. And I'll look just to see if there's any more potatoes. Well, there's a root, and there's the original seed potato. That's gone. And there's a nice little worm. Right, so that compost will be okay. I want to wipe the writing off from Steve's. Right, bit of tissue to dry it. You can still see it vaguely, but not enough that it'll interfere with anything. So there's a bit more perlite in. When I say a bit more, I added perlite in the first time when I thought it was recording, and it wasn't. So now, if I can find the opening, some superphosphate. As I said in the first video, which didn't tape, it may look like I'm putting a lot of superphosphate in, or bloodfish and bone, or whatever. I'm not putting that much in comparison to what's in the wheelbarrow, you know. Plus, it's got to sort of give the compost a boost. Which I've no doubt it will do. Right, so there we go. Now, it is still cold here in the northeast, so these will be going through there into what I call my tomato room just for now. Right, give us 3 potatoes. One, 2, and one more. 3. Cover them. More you put into cover, obviously with the cold weather, it will help protect them a bit more. Right. Pen. Cast 17 of the 3rd, 25. So that's 2 buckets I've done. I'll have to bring a couple more through and just repeat the same as I've just done. So I will put you on hold for now because it's pointless repeating the same thing all the time. I'll get my gloves off, I'll have a drink of chocolate, and then I'll plod on a bit more. So, cheers everyone. Well, I tried online hunting high and low to get some Manitou. And when I pulled these out from Steve's challenge, I've got 3 there, so I'm going to plant them and just see if I can get anything from it. We'll see. Been pulling the odd Maris Pia out, which I'm not keeping them, but I'll just get rid. I've done 5 tubs with the first earlies, and the last 2 tubs I ended up putting 5 in just to get rid of them. Hey, so whatever is left in this wheelbarrow, it'll do for me second earlies. So I'll just put it into a compost bag. So once this is done, I'll take this through there, then I'll give them all a good watering. I thought I had cleaned this up, I haven't. So it'll be a case of fingers crossed and hoping that the Manitou produce some potatoes. Reason being, they're a beautiful tasting potato. I've tried everywhere online, can't get them. I know they came from Jameson Brothers last year for the challenge. But they haven't got them this year. They're actually out of stock. Everywhere you go seems to be out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. So I'm pleasantly surprised that I got these 3, because I just basically do the same as if I was doing a single seed potato challenge. I'll just dissect it and hope for more plants. Oh, that's already got lettering on that side as well. Hold on then. Manitou. 17, 3, 25. Aye, so as I say, I'll dissect them as they grow. I should really put them in little pots to do that. It won't make a difference. I can still take them out of these pots and do it. Or I'll just let them grow, hope for the best, and then we'll see. So these ones that are main potato actually, so I need to leave space in here to earth up. Yeah, so let's have a look. That's got a split, but it should be okay. That'll be alright. And that should be alright. So we'll give these a good covering as well. Even though that inside it still gets cold. And as you'll know, your cold can really knacker your spuds. So I'll take these through. Then I'll water them. Then I'll come back here and let you see. So I shall be back in a minute. So there is Casablanca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a Manitou. I'll have more space obviously once I start putting stuff on the benches, get all these propagators moved. I've got a couple of more buckets there. They were my spears. I'll get them emptied. That'll make more space. I'll get rid of that basket and the 2 propagators under there. And once again, I'm back to having this where I've got the 6X and the seed modular compost. I normally put a big tub there, and sometimes I'll put a wire mesh around it, and I'll have a cucumber or whatever. So then I normally have tumbling tomatoes in the hanging baskets. This year I might do away with the tumbling tomatoes altogether, and I might just do flowers. Probably just petunias. That sounds quite good, petunias. Probably just petunias. So I need to make some space in here. As you can see, more compost, farmyard manure, big tubs which have got bubble wrapping at the moment. I bought that months ago with the intention of bubble wrapping this greenhouse, the tomato room through there, but what is it this year? The best laid plans of mice and men, you know. So as you can see, it's a right tip at the moment. But I will get it there in time for the growing season. So we'll have a look about, I suppose. But it's quite warm in here. That's a bit blurry like there for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just sitting under 20 degrees. Don't know what it is in the tomato room. It's actually a bit colder in here, sitting at about 17. Oh, never mind. So I'm going to go in there, back into the shed, and move all this compost into a bag, get the barrow back outside, put the kettle on, make another hot chocolate. It's forecast to be really, really cold tonight, so I may put the wood burner on, but we'll see. Well, back in the shed, hot chocolate, fire on. I'll be here 10 minutes, then I'm going home. I'll put some more logs on the fire just to put a bit of warmth in. I may even hire fleece over those onions, more so because of how cold it's predicted to be. When I get home, I may go in the shed and I may sow a couple of Atlantic giant pumpkin seeds, which I very kindly got sent to me by Elaine. It's a little bit early for pumpkins. I think it's normally sort of April time, but it's not going to harm anything, put it that way. I also sowed a few different tomatoes last night. I'm saying a few, sorry. I've sown for Alice's Dream, which I got sent to me from Ali and Trisha from the Right Pear plot. And I also sowed a couple of the Alice's Dream I got sent to me by Ali from my Rusty Garden. And I believe I also sowed a pink tomato, which I got from Ali. So I'm looking forward to see how they get on. My giant cabbages, which I planted a couple of months ago, they died. I think I mentioned that in the last video. So I set some more away. I think it's 5 days ago today. It's either 5 or 6 days ago today. I've done 4 of them, and they have germinated. So I'll have to keep an eye on those. The carrots which you've seen is set away last week in the root trainers, the deep cells. Majority of them have been germinating. I've been thinning them out so that there's only one per cell. And I'm happy with those. Me peppers, I think, are still going well. So I'm really happy with that. I've still never had any germination on the 5 sets of seeds I got off Mark for his tomato taste challenge. If anyone doesn't know who Mark is, his channel is Gang Gang and Peanut, 2 peas in a pod. Or in Mark's terms, Gang Gang Peanut, 2 peas in a pod. And Mark's running a tomato taste and grow along. But I've had no germination whatsoever as yet. Other tomatoes which I sowed a good 4 days after those, I've had germination. So I'll still give them a while and see what happens. It's nice to see that there's quite a few different people entering all the different challenges that's going around at the moment. I'm still quite happy with my onions because they have honestly been neglected for the last 4 to 6 weeks. I've been lucky if I've been coming down once a fortnight. So they have basically been left with God and good neighbours. So I'm only assuming it's how they were looked after when I first started off that they're still in fairly good condition. I've never grew a giant pumpkin. Last year was my first attempt at a pumpkin, actually, and that was just for a competition on our site here. It didn't do too bad. Didn't get us wrong. It wasn't massive by any means. But I'm looking forward to this one. The one I'm looking forward to the most is Steve's from Digwell Green Fingers, the Single Seed Potato Challenge 2025. I've done quite well last year, which was my first year in entering. In fact, it's my first year I've ever cut a potato up. And if memory serves us right, I think I got about 18 pound, or just over 18 pound, 8 kilos. Actually, I'll put a snippet in from Steve's video last year. Hope you don't mind, Steve. If you do, let us know. I'll edit it out, but I honestly can't see you minding.
So these are what came from Katie, the original seed potato, after she was dissected, put into small pots, then potted on, then potted on again, then dissected and potted on again, and then planted out in the bed. The biggest and main part of the original seed potato, which I called Katie, stayed in the blue bucket, which you can see I'm just tipping out now. For the new Single Seed Potato Challenge 2025, Katie will be back to that bucket. But as you can see, that is what I managed to get from one single seed potato, and I came in 9th. I think there's about 60 odd people took part, so it was a good placing, and I didn't do too bad with the weight. So as I say, that was my first time, so please let this be an encouragement to anyone who hasn't done it before, the likes of Pete or Mark, you know. Anyway, that was my attempt at it, and I'm looking forward to my attempt for this year.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. As you've seen, I got 3 Manitou out of the tubs I had from Steve's for last year. I can't understand how, because I actually emptied my tubs and I planted them out down in a bed. But what I done was I tipped them into my wheelbarrow, and I took the potatoes out, the plants. So I cannot work out where they've come from, because all the plants I've got dissected and everything, they ended up getting planted out in a bed at the bottom. So how the heck? Realization. I'd kept myself some, you might remember I mentioned in a video a couple of weeks ago when I was looking for the Manitou and I couldn't get them online. And I had said I had kept myself some, and I had sent some to Jason. The realizations just hit me The ones I kept on myself, I put in tubs. So obviously they didn't germinate. They didn't give us anything. I just got the potatoes back, and I got 3 that were just all squashy mushy. So they went in the rubbish over there. So all in all, I got 6 out. But I thought I had planted 10. Well, I'm saying I thought I had planted. I thought I had put 10 away for myself and lost them. So obviously I planted them out, so I could have swore it would have been 10, but I've only got 6. 3 are okay, 3 were squashy. So let's hope I can get something from the 6. Whether I decide as they grow, if they grow, to pull them out, cut them, make more plants, I don't know, or do I just leave the 3 and see what I get from there? But I think that's it for me. I'm gonna just finish this hot chocolate, go home, and I may, as I said, sow the pumpkin seeds. So the weather seems to brightening up here, maybe getting a little bit warmer. I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great day, everyone. Thanks to anyone who took the time to watch this. I have had a couple of new subscribers over the last week. To those, thank you so much. That's much appreciated. To all my subscribers, new, old, thank you so much. You'll have heard me say it many and many a time. I started this channel off just for myself, to see my journey, see how far I'll go. And someone said, make it public, which I did. And I got people that started to watch it. So thank you to all those for taking the time out just to watch, to comment, the people that gave it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Anyway, bye for now. Right, well, that's the sieved compost mixed with some perlite that I'll be using to pot, or to sow, I should say, those 3 Atlantic giant pumpkin seeds. Unfortunately, I've got no space in this shed to actually put a tripod to hold the camera while I'm doing it. So it's just going to be a case of I'm going to have to keep pausing it, then coming back to you as and when I'm doing it. So I've got the 3 pots marked up, AGGC. So first seed, second seed, and the third seed. And I'll just put a little bit more compost just on top. One more little bit for that one. So that is me off and running with Elaine's. I'll just put this lid back on the propagator. So that's me up and running on Elaine's. And me carrots, I don't know if you'll actually see them, but there is germination. It's a bit hard for me to get focus in here. So they are doing okay. The giant cabbages that I set away, they're started, so I'm quite happy with everything. So once again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and have a great evening everyone. Bye for now.